The Prime Minister is pushing back on any speculation. The timing of the COVID Royal Commission's report back is politically opportunistic. Jacinda Ardern has announced the terms of reference, saying the Commission will examine many areas of the pandemic response. It will report back its findings in mid-2024, roughly 6 months after next year's election. Ardern says this wasn't deliberate.
But it will take longer than 12 months. No Royal Commission has been shorter than that, and that's why you see it tipping over into the aftermath.
National is pleased there'll be a Royal Commission, but leader Christopher Luxon told Tim Dower it's frustrating it's taken this long.
I think we could have started it a year ago, but at least it's up and running, and I just want to make sure that those terms are as broad on both the health and economic impacts.
New Zealand First looks to be moving back into contention. The party has risen from 1% to 4% in the latest One News Kantar poll, while Labour drops to 33% and National goes up to 38%. ACT is up 2 points to 11%, giving it the votes to form a government with National, and the Green Party is holding steady at 9%. Newstalk ZB Deputy Political Editor Jason Walls says only a fall would count out Winston Peters, and he's only gearing up.
He's already ruled out this current iteration of the Labour Party, so he's wedded to Christopher Luxon. The only question is Chris Luxon going to be a willing groom?
An expert on blood transfusions says misinformation is causing issues in the case of a child who needs urgent heart surgery. A High Court case in Auckland today will decide the guardianship of a child whose parents don't want the surgery done with blood from unvaccinated people. Haematologist Dr. John Fade says a lot of blood would be needed for the surgery as extra stock, and that cost would be on the blood service. He says vaccine ingredients aren't going to persist in the blood. The government is being urged to investigate claims Chinese authorities are running a police centre in New Zealand. Investigative human rights group Safeguard Defenders alleges more than 100 of the police services stations are operating around the world. It warns they're used to intimidate and force targets to return to China for persecution, and believes a station is run here by the Nantong Security Bureau. Campaign Director Laura Haas says 13 countries have already stated the stations are illegal under international law.
Severely violating territorial and judicial sovereignty, and most of them have launched investigations both into the stations but also into the networks running these.
One construction expert isn't expecting radical change from the Commerce Commission's final report on the residential building supplies market study. It will be released at 8:30 this morning. AUT Professor of Construction John Turkey says there'll probably be a recognition that certain providers have significant power in the market. Knowing a company's parental leave policies may make people, particularly women, feel more comfortable applying for a job. Kiwi startup Crayon wants employers to contribute their parental leave policies to its new register. The centralised database of policies will be available for people to easily access and make a decision. Founder Stephanie Powell says more than half of candidates hold themselves back from asking about a company's parental leave policy.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.